Hello everyone and welcome back to the Chase Media channel. My name is Tony and today we will be flying the Boeing 737-800 BBJ2 from Milwaukee to Detroit with the help of FS2 Crew and Microsoft Flight Simulator ATC. This stream is sponsored by Chase Media channel. Please like and subscribe so maybe one day we can pay the electricity bill with your subscription. Get comfy and fasten your seatbelt and get ready to be a part of experience as our journey is about to take off and you here with us every step of the way. With that being said, let's jump over to the cockpit and start setting up for our flight. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is to launch the FS2 Crew. Apparently it's not yet launched, so let's do that. Let's start setting up.
Roger.
Okay, so battery, emergency lights, ground power, parking brake set, and guess what? We are moving to the FMC. Alright, so let's go ahead and set up for our weight. Let's request the fuel truck. And let's open the flight plan on our iPad so we can see how much fuel we're going to need for these flights. For today's flight we are going to be needing 10, let's do 10 tons of fuel, which is going to be plenty. About the payload for today's flight, today we are going to be flying 44 passengers, and the cargo will be for today's flight. It's going to be 2,450 on each side. Sorry about that. So we're gonna be pretty full here. So the zero fuel weight is gonna be 55.0. Okay, the fuel truck is arrived, as you can see. Let's start fueling up. Let's request some catering services from GSX. Today's flight is going to be a pretty short flight. I think it's going to be take us about an hour to get to Detroit. Chelsea, we not really care what catering service that will be. Okay. So here we currently in Milwaukee Airport. So it's going to be Kilo Mike Kilo Echo for the origin. Let's uplink our flight. So this is going to be our route for today. That's uplink it. The catering services is arriving. Very good, the route uplink is ready. Let's load it up. Alright, the first officer is out for the walk around. The route uplink is loading and great. So route data uplink activate, execute, and then let's go over preferences. So 55.0, this is going to be our zero fuel rate. For the fuel planned for our flight, it's going to be 10 tons, so we're going to select 10 tons. For the alternative, let's take a sneak peek on our flight on our flight plan, and that's gonna be at 2.1 tons. The cost index for today's flight is gonna be 50, and today's flight will be at 27,000 feet. The average winds for today's flight are gonna be 333 at 38. Sorry, yeah. Okay, hit execute. Noise abatement is not. We're not gonna do any noise abatement procedures. Flaps gonna be flaps 5. The CG is to 2.3 with a trim of 5.04. All right, so at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and request the clearance from Milwaukee.
Milwaukee clearance delivery Chase 1 Heavy IFR to Detroit Metro, ready to copy.
Chase 1 Heavy is cleared to Detroit Metro Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 1 left climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Departure frequency is 135.875, squawk 7722.
Squawk 7782.
Chase 1 Heavy cleared to Detroit Metro Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 1 left climb and maintain 13,000 feet. Departure on 135.875, squawk 7722.
We're gonna be taking off from runway 10, sorry, 01 left.
Good day.
We're not gonna use any SID. The procedure gonna be vectors, and those are gonna be our takeoff speeds. Alrighty then. Very good. So let's load up the departure runway chart. So we're gonna be taking from runway 1 left.
Hi, the security and safety check are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Yes.
Thanks.
Passengers bus is coming.
Good. So, as for the MCP, we're gonna set it up for the course. We're gonna set up for our departure course, which is gonna be 011. The V2 speed is 148, so we're gonna set the speed to 148. The heading we're gonna set it to runway heading as well. And the second course we're gonna set it to runway heading as well. Now let's move on to the radios. So as for the first officer radios, we're gonna set it to the D80s, which is gonna be in Milwaukee. It's gonna be 126 decimal 4, 126 decimal 4. All right. And as for the nav as well, we're gonna set the frequency here in Milwaukee, which is 110 decimal 3. 110 decimal 3. Okay. As for the arrival in Detroit Metro, we're gonna be expecting an ILS approach to runway 14 right. So that's gonna be on 110 decimal 70, and we're gonna set up on my side as well the same frequency. And as for the APs, the frequency in Detroit Metro for the 80s is gonna be 133 decimal 675. So very specific, 675. Very good. Let's see that the ATC is working just fine.
Airport information, Charlie 13000 Zulu. Wind tree 44 at 10. Visibility 10. Sky condition 1,900 feet, scattered few clouds.
All right, very good. So the IRS will be aligning shortly. Let's test our warning horns here. Let's set our trim. Let's check some lights, that all our lights working as they should. Let's test the IRS lights as well. Okay, so everything looks good. Let's test our oxygen. Oxygen is tested 100%.
Delivery Frontier Flight 1127 ready to copy IFR clearance to Orlando.
Alright.
Frontier Flight 1127 is cleared to Orlando Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 1 right climb and maintain 7,000 feet.
Yeah, our
Departure frequency
passengers
is
here.
126.5, squawk 7343.
I'm back. No issues on the walk
Frontier
around.
Flight 1127
Alright,
cleared to
the first
Orlando
officer
Airport
is
as filed.
back.
Takeoff runway 1 right climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Departure on 125.1 squawk 7343. Frontier Flight 1127 read back correct.
So at this point, what I would like to do is to go over to Valenta and set up our flight there. Okay, so plan flight and add flight from SimBrief. This is gonna be our flight. The call sign is Chase 1. Very good. So we have our flight here. We don't have any traffic nearby. Only AIs. Okay. So that's done. Let's go over to charts, and I know they are loaded on my computer already. Sorry, they already loaded on my tablet here, but let's load them up on my computer as well. So let's import from SimBrief. Very good. So as for the takeoff, we're gonna use an runway 1 left. This is the chart for runway 1 left. So in case we're gonna need to turn, we have it ready, up and ready. Okay, as for the Detroit Metro, we're gonna be using an ILS approach for
Hi,
runway
here's the fuel slip.
Thanks.
Welcome. Have a
1
nice flight.
right. Okay, so we're gonna select that. Runway 1 right. This is the approach we are gonna be expecting in Detroit Metro. And this is the Detroit Metro chart. Okay, so it's gonna be a pretty big airport. A pretty big airport, and we're gonna be landing just here on runway 4 right. Probably gonna end up somewhere at 12,000 feet, which is great. Probably gonna end up at Yankee 7 if we're lucky, on Yankee 5, and if we gonna mess up the landing, so it's gonna be Yankee 9 and 10. We can be expected to taxi via Kilo or Echo. Let's see, probably somewhere here. Oh, it's Detroit is pretty big airport. So for more taxi, let's take another look at this airport documentation here. We have parking gate south ramp. Let's speed it as well. Parking the taxi. Okay, another. Let's also pin this down. Low visibility routes. Also, let's pin this down. Very nice. You know, let's revisit the deck. We're gonna revisit this later on. The tune did not need. We needed to insert our last known position. So here's the IRS. Is all lined up and good. As for the MCP, flight directors are on. Autothrottle is armed. And VNAV is armed. Heading is armed as well. And I'm gonna prepare the brief for the first officer. So let's check out the brief. Okay, so so we're currently at the stand and we are gonna require some pushback. Noise abatement is not required. There's gonna be a first flight of the day. The thrust will be rated, bleeds on. If we first to return, we are underweight, so everything's gonna be fine. PU is not required, anti-ice is not required, and the procedure will be via vectors. So let's run this.
Are you ready for the departure brief?
Go ahead. Okay, it's going to be a standard pushback and start off the stand. Taxi route will be assigned by ATC. It'll be a left seat takeoff using rated thrust, landing a flaps 5 takeoff. Anti-ice will be off. Above 80 knots, we will reject for fire, engine failure, loss of control, or wind shear. A crew member noticing the abnormality will clearly state the problem. I will call reject or continue. If the decision is to reject, I will close the thrust levers and disengage auto throttle, observe or apply maximum braking, raise speed brakes, apply maximum amount of reverse thrust consistent with the conditions, and bring the aircraft to a complete stop on the runway, stow the speed brake, and set the parking brake, and advise the cabin, this is the captain speaking, remain seated, remain seated. I'll then perform any necessary memory items or checklists as appropriate. If an evacuation is required, I'll initiate the evacuation checklist. In the event of an engine failure after V1, we will continue the takeoff, rotate at VR, call positive rate, gear up, and cancel the master caution. There will be no other calls below 400 feet. At 400 feet, I'll call for a roll mode, then call confirm the failure. If required, we'll perform any necessary memory items, climb at V2 to V2 plus 20 to 1,000 feet AFL or TOCA, whichever is greater. Retract the flaps on schedule. When flaps have been retracted and at or above flaps up maneuvering speed, call for level change if VNAV is not engaged. Set max continuous thrust and call for the appropriate emergency checklist. We are under our maximum landing weight, so we are okay to make an immediate return. The departure routing will be via ATC vectors. No noise abatement procedures are required. VNAV is armed. Flight directors are on. Mine is master. Yours is slave. Navigation radios are set. The NOTAMs and the aircraft defect log have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Departure brief complete.
Very good. So the departure brief is complete. As you saw, I did release the fuel truck, and I'm about to switch to the APU. So APU is on the buses right now. And what I did not hear when he was supposed to make his checks and procedures, I did not heard the oral warnings. So let's test it out.
Glide slope. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Airspeed low. Airspeed low.
Alright.
Glide slope. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Airspeed low. Airspeed low.
Okay. That's over to the TCAS. I pressed the ident button by mistake.
TCAS test. Pass.
Alright, so everything looks fine. Very good. Let's continue and release the ground power. And we can also start the pre-flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches. Normal. Auto. Windows heat. On. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Flight instruments.
Heading 002. Altimeter 3009.
Heading 002. Altimeter 3009. Parking brake.
Set.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist completed.
Very good. Let's request some taxi clearance. Right. So, Milwaukee ground and request taxi IFR.
Milwaukee ground Chase 1 Heavy with Charlie ready to taxi IFR.
Chase 1 Heavy taxi to and hold short of runway 1 left using taxiway Alpha, cross runway 25 right Bravo, cross runway tree 1, Bravo cross runway 25 left Bravo Kilo. Contact tower on 124.575 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 1 left using taxiway Alpha cross runway 25 right Bravo cross runway tree 1 Bravo cross runway 25 left Bravo Kilo Chase 1 Heavy.
Right.
Southwest 544, hold position. Caution the departing. Hold position, Southwest 544.
Alright, so the instruction she gave us is not quite relevant to my chart here because this is a default.
Hi guys, here's the load sheet for you.
Thanks.
No problem. Have a safe flight.
Because it's a default airport by Microsoft Flight Simulator, and my chart is pretty much realistic, so we're gonna be navigating by the chart and not by the letters that she gave to us. All right, so let's do the let's see, what do we have here? Let's turn those on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board today. As you locate your assigned seats, please place your smaller items under the seat in front of you to provide more room for larger items in our overhead compartments. If you need assistance, contact the flight attendant.
Just a few moments and we can depart from Milwaukee. We're going to be using the
You
taxiways
guys,
from
all
the
packs
chart.
are on board. Are we cleared to close?
If you are seated in
Yes.
an exit seat, also review the exit.
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
Southwest 544, continue taxi. Roger, Southwest 544.
Request a pushback and start clearance.
Ground 1, requesting pushback and start clearance. Okay, cleared to push and start. 1.
Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Flight deck door closed and locked. MCP.
32148 heading 010 altitude 13,000.
Takeoff speeds.
V1 135, V-rotate 137, V2 148
CDU pre-flight.
completed.
Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
completed.
Anti-collision light on. Before start checklist complete.
Start sequence is 1, then 2.
Check.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight today. This will be flight attendant speaking. Please direct your attention to the
Okay, so we're gonna have our nose to the right.
instruction card in your
Okay.
pocket that illustrates the safety equipment on this
Hello.
aircraft. Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Compliance with this information as well as all crew instructions, lighted information signs, and posted placards. Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle. Tighten by pulling on the belt. To release your seatbelt, lift the metal flap on the buckle. It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Instructions for door operation.
GSX parking too close to with the stairs.
Locate the exit nearest you.
The battle lodge.
In an emergency, lights will illuminate the
Probably
aisle.
won't crash us into this, but let's hope to say they don't crash us into anything. So
Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until a mask toward you starts to move oxygen.
okay,
Locking gear. The bag may not inflate. Cover your nose and mouth with the mask. Place the elastic band around your head and tighten by pulling on the end. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Your seat bottom cushion may be used as a flotation device. Pull up and remove the cushion upon exiting the aircraft.
okay. So we want our nose to the right, please.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Start engine number 1.
Starting engine 1. Oil pressure.
I think he just ran over her. God.
Starter cutout. Number 1 stable.
Start engine number 2.
Starting engine 2. Oil pressure.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Okay, I think we just saved our flight from being crashing into this poor aircraft. Starter cutout.
Starter cutout. Number 2 stable.
Okay.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Flaps 5. Flaps 5. Flaps 5. I need to train him on my flaps 5 pronunciation.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
All right. Test our controls. Flight control check complete. Flight control check complete. Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist.
Generators on. Probe heat on. Anti-ice off. Isolation valve auto. Engine start switches continuous. Recall.
Checked.
Check. Auto brake. RTO. Engine start levers.
Idle detained.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Ground equipment
Clear.
clear. Before taxi checklist completed.
Request taxi clearance.
Ground. Good morning.
1.
Ready to taxi. Cleared to taxi.
1.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Okay, let's go. And let's hope we are not gonna go lost over here, because the chart and the airport probably disagree on some information here. But we're gonna try our best not to go lost here. We also have a pretty good weather here. So we're gonna start taxiing over here. Alright, so let's take Zulu, which is probably this one by my chart. Okay. And then after we take the Zulu, we want to it's not like my charts at all. So okay, Bravo are now near to be found. So that's great.
Milwaukee ground, Delta Tree
Flight
5
deck.
Tree 1 request taxi to the gate.
Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is
Delta Tree
secure.
5 Tree 1 taxi to gate
Okay,
76
so
via taxiway
let's take a right here, and then we're gonna follow Bravo.
Taxiing to gate 76 via taxiway Foxtrot Delta Tree 5 Tree 1.
That's weird that some information is incorrect. That's pretty much annoying. But that's what we have to live with, right? So we're gonna take this taxi all the way to the end, and I hope we're gonna end up in assigned runway. So the cabin is ready for the takeoff, and we're gonna be rolling down the taxiway here just a bit. And yeah, so this stream is brought to you by Chase Media Channel and sponsored by Chase Media Channel. So I'd appreciate it if you could like and subscribe to my channel, and that would be awesome. Right, so we have some landing here. Southwest for you. Alright, so let's slow down just a bit.
Milwaukee ground, Southwest 2235 taxi to parking. Southwest 2235 taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Golf Hotel Bravo, cross runway 25 left Bravo Kilo. Taxiing to general aviation parking
I
via
hope the
taxiway Golf
Detroit
Hotel
Metro
Bravo,
International
cross
Airport
runway
will be
25
designed
left Bravo Kilo Southwest 2235.
with more accuracy than that than Milwaukee Airport. Now let's slow down just a bit so the first officer doesn't complain and let us out that we are speeding up. Alright, and there we go. Slow down just a bit more. I'm gonna take the whole runway, you know. See another aircraft will coming here to land. Alright, start perform before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist.
Flaps.
Flaps 5, green light.
Stabilizer trim.
5.1 units.
Before takeoff checklist completed.
Oh.
Check.
Alright. Tower, request takeoff.
Milwaukee Tower Chase 1 Heavy ready for departure runway 1 left IFR to Detroit Metro.
Chase 1 Heavy, hold short runway 1 left. Traffic
Holding
is on the
short.
runway.
1
United
left.
5420, turn next taxiway.
Hold short runway 1 left Chase 1 Heavy.
United 5420, contact ground on 121.8. Chase 1 Heavy, altimeter 30.10, when 004 at 11. final. Cleared for takeoff runway 1 left.
Sorry. Clear for takeoff for
Cleared
runway
for takeoff runway
1
1
left.
left chase 1 heavy.
Runway entry procedure.
Okay, cabin crew, take your seats. Clear on the approach. Ready to go.
121.8 United 5420.
Takeoff.
Thrust set.
Airspeed's alive.
80 knots.
Check.
Rotate.
Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up. $400
Flaps 1.
Chase 1 heavy
Bug 1 is
contact.
set.
Milwaukee
Flaps 1.
departure on 135.
Bug 1 is set.
Flaps 1.
Good day.
Bug 1 is set.
Flaps 1.
Bug 1 is set.
Flaps 1.
Bug 1 is set.
135.875 chase 1
Bug
heavy.
1 is set.
Flaps 1.
Speed check.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Milwaukee departure chase 1 heavy is passing 2,800
Flaps 1
feet,
set.
climbing 13,000
Oh.
feet.
Flaps up.
Chase 1 heavy Milwaukee
Bug up
departure
is set.
altimeter
Flaps
30.10.
up.
Bug up
Continue
is
to
set.
slip as
Flaps
planned.
up.
Speed check. Flaps up, set.
Ah, thank you very much. Alright, we have some clouds here. Select LNAV.
LNAV.
After takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist.
Engine bleeds. On. Packs. Auto. Landing gear. Up and off. Flaps. Up. No lights. After takeoff checklist complete. Happy to release the cabin crew.
Okay.
Okay.
Chase 1 heavy contact. Chicago Center on 125.1. Good day.
Chicago Center on 125.1.
125.1 chase 1 heavy.
That's okay.
Chicago Center chase 1 heavy is passing 8,400 feet, climbing 13,000 feet.
Chase 1 heavy Chicago Center altimeter 30.10. Continue to slip as planned.
Finish the squid as planned.
$10,000. Happy to release the cabin.
Okay.
Okay.
Portable electronic devices may now be used, with the exception of TVs, radios, two-way transmitters, or any other device in the transmit mode, as these devices may interfere with the aircraft's communication and navigation systems.
Right, so I'm going to continue flying this aircraft manually and climb manually, and then we're going to set transition. Set flight level 220. Set flight level 250.
Climb and maintain flight level 250, chase 1 heavy.
Flight level 250, set.
After the 18,000 feet, we're going to put it onto autopilot. No, what? Let's do it just after transit. Yeah, no. Just about now.
Autopilot on.
Select readout. Select VNAV.
VNAV.
Transition set standard.
Standard set. Pass and flight level 176. Now.
Alrighty then. Loud. Boom. Okay. Everything looking good.
Chase 1 heavy contact Chicago Center on 128.5. Good day.
128.5 for Chicago Center.
128.5 for Chase 1 heavy. Chicago Center Chase 1 Heavy is at flight level 180, climbing flight level 250.
Chase 1 Heavy Chicago Center, continue to do that as planned.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is open the launch the Volanta bar. So let's do that. Okay, and as we climb, I do wanna go over the voice recognition and correct the bug up issue. Speech recognition. If you have also issues like in a flight simulator with your accent or something like that, you can fix them by training the speech recognition software. It's not the FS2 crew software using the speech recognition to recognize your voice. So when you train the speech recognition, you can be more efficient with the FS2 crew. So I'll be back in just a bit.
To level.
Chase 1 heavy climb and maintain flight level 270.
Climb and maintain flight level 270, Chase 1 heavy.
To level.
Ladies and gentlemen, just need a moment. contact Chicago Center on 134.905. Good day.
Going to 134.905 Chase 1 Heavy.
Okay. So I'm back for a moment, and we're not disconnected because I was busy with the speech recognition here right now. So, and we now set up the seed. So. We're gonna be arriving using City 2 via Doda departure, and we're gonna use an ILS ILS 4. Let's activate. Okay, so soon we're gonna be starting our descent already, so already now. And let's request the descent from south. You know what?
Chicago Center,
not just
Chase
yet,
1 Heavy flight level 270.
Let's do the
Chicago
briefing.
Center, continue as planned.
Alright. So, for our approach, it's going to be an ILS. We're going to be expecting an ILS runway 4 right. Minimum is going to be 200 feet for the minimums. The missed approach altitude is missed approach is 4,000 feet. And the final altitude will be 2,000 feet. We've got to present the runway east right. It's gonna be star.
Are you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
The arrival routing will be via the ATC assigned star, complying with all
127.7
published
Chase
speed
1
and
Heavy.
altitude restrictions. For an ILS approach, planning a flaps 30 land. Final approach fixed altitude is 2,000 feet. Decision altitude is 200 feet. Missed approach altitude is 4,000 feet. Taxi route in will be assigned by ATC. We'll be arriving at a gate. Descent speeds and navigation radios are set. Airport NOTAMs have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or
Cleveland
concerns?
Center, Chase 1 Heavy flight
Approach
level
brief complete.
270.
Chase 1 Heavy Cleveland Center, continue to TINDR as planned.
Cleveland Center, Chase 1 Heavy. Request 17,000 feet.
Chase 1 Heavy
Descent
descend and
checklist.
maintain 17,000
Sorry.
feet. Keep speed
Descent
not above
checklist.
280 knots.
Descent checklist.
Pressurization. Landing altitude is 650 feet. Recall. Check. Auto brake. Level 3. Landing data.
Descend and maintain 17,000 feet. Keep
Speed
speed
of
not above 280
146.
knots. Chase 1 Heavy.
Minimums 200 feet.
VREF 146. Minimums 200 feet. Approach briefing.
Completed.
Descent checklist completed.
Alright, so I'm gonna try again the speech recognition. You know what? I think I'll leave it for now. But I hope we trained it good way this time. No, let's see if it is. We're gonna sit on our final approach.
Chase 1 Heavy contact Cleveland Center on 126.75.
126.75 for Chase 1 Heavy.
126.75 Chase 1 Heavy. Cleveland Center Chase 1 Heavy is at flight level 230, descending 17,000 feet.
Chase 1 Heavy Cleveland Center, continue to freel as planned.
Okay, if we cannot make it to 12,000 feet by Siemens, we're gonna hold at Siemens, you know. Siemens, yeah. We hold at Siemens till we be able to reach 12,000 feet and not overshoot and secure our approach. It's all about time. In the aviation, it's all about timing. And we are not gonna make to 12,000 feet by Siemens. Siemens? Yeah, by Siemens. Alright. We're gonna hold it at Siemens to reach 12,000 feet. So let's request 12,000 feet from the tower, from the approach. Or not approach, from center, Cleveland Center. Okay, let's do it. So we're gonna be needing listen by another 2,000.
Cleveland Center Chase 1 Heavy.
Sorry.
Request 15,000 feet.
Chase 1 Heavy descend and maintain 17,000 feet. Expect 15,000 feet.
Alright.
Descend and maintain 17,000 feet. Expect 15,000 feet. Chase 1 Heavy.
1,000 to level.
Cleveland Center Chase 1 Heavy. Request 12,000 feet.
Chase 1 Heavy descend and maintain 17,000 feet. Expect 12,000
Altimeter
feet.
set 3004. Transition set altimeter 3004.
Descend and maintain 17,000 feet. Expect 12,000 feet. Chase 1 Heavy.
3004. Set
Chase
passing
1 Heavy descend and maintain
17,000.
12,000 feet.
Now.
Descend and maintain 12,000 feet. Chase 1 Heavy.
this hold after all. Really? Let's do it anyway. Let's do this hold anyway. So just gonna just one circle here. And we can with the speed brake so we can speed through it also. After cement, we're gonna need to descend 11,000 feet, and on Dermy we're gonna need to be between 10 and 8,000 feet, and valley to 6,000 feet, as we can see also on a flight on the FMC here. So we can see Dermy between 8,000 to 10,000, and City 11,000, between 11,000 and 13,000. So let's the exit is so we're going to be exiting.
Chase 1 Heavy, keep speed not above 260 knots.
Not above 260 knots.
Keep speed not above 260 knots. Chase 1 Heavy.
1,000 to level.
So 260 knots. Let's see that we have our speed. All our speed sensors are good. We are not speeding up. Yeah. So just brake a bit so we're not over speed here. And there you have it, 1,000 feet. So after Siemens, we need to descend to 11,000. So let's request another decrease by another 1,000 feet.
Cleveland Center, Chase 1 Heavy. Request 11,000 feet.
Chase 1 Heavy descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 11,000
Descend
feet.
and maintain 11,000 feet. Chase 1 Heavy.
And so at Dermy we're gonna need to slow down as well. So good. So let's descend over to 11,000 feet. 15,000 feet. Approach checklist.
Approach checklist.
Altimeters?
3003 set.
3003.
Set. Approach checklist completed.
Cleveland Center, Chase 1 Heavy. Request 8,000 feet.
Chase 1 Heavy descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
Alright, descend and maintain
Descend and maintain
3,000
8,000
feet.
feet, Chase 1 Heavy.
Chase 1 Heavy, you are 41 miles northwest. Keep speed not above 210 knots. Expect ILS runway. Full right approach via Claver transition. Clear to Claver.
Alright. And
Keep
about
speed
to
not above
1
210 knots. Expect ILS runway for right approach via Clever transition. Cleared to Clever Chase 1 Heavy.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
by a clever transition, and she flew us.
$10,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be arriving at our destination shortly. If you are making a connection to another flight, please get a customer service agent via this flight or video monitor and set terminal for connecting gate information. For your continued safety,
1,000 to
flight
level.
attendants will now walk through the cabin to secure it for landing. We'll be collecting all service items, newspapers, and any other items you wish to discard or may not be taking off the aircraft. Also, in preparation for landing, please turn off all electronic devices. Stow these devices and list all other carry-on items. Please use caution when opening overhead bins of items you may have shifted during our flight. Please stow your tray. Chase 1 heavy climb and maintain flight level 210. Security of your
Oh, no way. We're not gonna climb that.
Climb and maintain flight level 210 Chase 1 Heavy.
But no thank you, no thank you. We're not gonna listen to her.
Chase 1 heavy, please expedite your climb flight level 210.
Yeah. We are on our way there. No worries.
Chase 1 heavy, please expedite your climb flight level 210.
Now, let's see if the first officer will turn those two off. Before way back, it did turn those fuel pumps, the central fuel pumps off. Let's see if it still does that. That's gonna be a good time to listen to the 80s.
Chase 1 Heavy.
Detroit Metro Airport information. Foxtrot 1500 Zulu.
Detroit approach Chase 1 Heavy is at 8,000 feet climbing flight level 210.
Center fuel pumps off.
Sky condition. Ceiling 2,500 feet broken. Temperature 16. Dew point 10. Altimeter.
Right. So we turn the central fuel pumps off. Yes, we are on our way to climb to flight level, whatever you tell us to.
To 119.9 Chase 1 Heavy. Cleveland Center Chase 1 Heavy is passing 8,000 feet climbing flight level 210.
Chase 1 Heavy Cleveland Center altimeter 30.00. Continue to climb as planned. heavy climb and maintain 8,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 8,000 feet, chase 1 heavy.
Right, that's more reasonable. So we're already at 8,000 feet, which is perfect. Flaps 1.
Bug 1 is set.
Flaps 1.
Chase 1
Bug
heavy
1
descent
is
and
set.
maintain 7,000 feet.
Flaps 1.
Speed check.
Descend and maintain 7,000 feet, chase 1 heavy.
Flaps 1 set.
Chase 1 heavy contact. Detroit approach on 125.15. Good day.
125.15, chase 1 heavy. Detroit approach, chase 1 heavy is at 7,300 feet, descending 7,000 feet.
Chase 1 heavy. Detroit approach altimeter 30.00. Continue to queue up as planned. Chase 1 heavy descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet, chase 1 heavy.
Flight deck. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is secure.
Chase 1 heavy descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet, Chase 1 heavy.
Thousand to level.
Chase 1 heavy descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet, Chase 1 heavy.
Flaps 5. Flaps 5. Flaps 5. Flaps 5. Flaps 5. Flaps 5.
Speed check.
Thank you.
Chase 1 heavy, you are 10 miles
Flaps
southwest of
5
Detroit
set.
Metro. Contact Detroit Metro Tower on 128.125 when inbound on the approach.
Tower on 128.125, Chase 1 heavy.
Radio altimeter
Detroit Metro
aloft.
Tower,
Cabin
Chase 1
crew,
heavy,
take your
9
seats.
miles southwest inbound ILS runway for right approach.
Chase 1 heavy, Detroit
Gear
Metro
down,
Tower.
flaps 15.
Altimeter tree
Speed
0,
check.
decimal
Speed break up.
01,
Gear
wind
down.
tree tree 7 at 12. Cleared ILS runway, full right approach.
Flaps 15 set.
Flaps 30. Flaps 30.
Speed check. Flaps 30 set. Autopilot on.
Landing
Autopilot
checklist.
off.
Landing checklist.
Engine start
Chase 1
switches.
heavy, did you hear my
Continuous.
last transmission?
Speed brake.
Armed.
Cleared
Landing gear.
ILS runway for right approach, Chase 1 heavy.
Down.
Flaps.
Chase
Flaps
1
30
heavy,
green light.
wind tree tree 7 at 12.
Landing checklist completed.
Cleared to land runway full right.
Cleared to land runway for right, Chase 1 heavy.
Final approach fix. Height checked. Missed approach altitude is set. feet, stable.
1,000. Traffic. Traffic.
400 feet.
400.
Continue.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brake up. Reverser's normal. Auto brake disarm. 60 knots.
Okay to clean up.
Roger.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with the seatbelts fastened until the captain has turned up. Chase 1 Heavy, exit runway, when able. Safely happy. This will be your indication and information about the cabin passenger response to the next bar. We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate your business and hope to see you again on a... Chase 1 Heavy, contact ground on 132.725.
Detroit Metro Airport information.
132.725 for Chase 1 Heavy.
Number 3. You know, let's pick our own gate here.
APU on the buses.
Let's park over here, you know. Lights and doors.
Check. Cabin crew disarm doors and cross-check.
Alright, so we're gonna wait a few moments, so 3 minutes will pass before we gonna cut off the engines. Let's see how we did with the landing, you know. I think it was a pretty rough landing. Well, it was a strong one, not that rough, but it was a firm landing. Alright, so... Okay, so let's disable the lenta bar and now let's clear the screen from all the things. In just a few moments we're gonna proceed to SHUTDOWN. Just a few moments, I think, and just a few seconds, maybe. We need to pass the 3-minute threshold. Okay, now 3 minutes apparently. Okay, let's start the shutdown process. Alright. Shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist.
Fuel pumps off. Probe heat off. Hydraulic panel set. Flaps
Up.
parking brake.
Released.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Weather radar
Off.
off. Shutdown checklist completed.
Secure the aircraft. Secure checklist.
Secure checklist.
IRS off. Emergency exit lights off. Window heat off. Packs off. Secure checklist complete.
Alright, so that's it for our flight today, guys. Thanks very much for tuning in. I'll much appreciate if you could like and subscribe and follow me on Twitch. So let's shuttle down completely. Ground power is not available, so APU is off, emergency exit lights off, and battery is off. So that's it. Thank you very much again for watching. I hope to see you in my next stream.